Good morning, children. So, here we are starting with a new chapter, that is capital and revenue. Let us discuss the meaning of capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. So, in this chapter, you are going to study about capital and revenue expenditures, capital and revenue receipts, capital and revenue profits, capital and revenue losses, etc. So, we are starting with the A category, that is capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. So, let us understand the meaning of capital expenditure. Any expenditure which is incurred in acquiring or increasing the value of a fixed asset, it's termed as capital expenditure. That means any amount which is spent or incurred by the business organization because of which it acquires any fixed asset, that means it purchases any fixed asset or it increases the value of a fixed asset, then it will be considered as a capital expenditure. For example, amount spent on the purchase or extension of land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, etc. If any business spends amount for purchasing a land, building, plant, machinery, furniture, etc., it will be treated as capital expenditure, but because with this it is acquiring a fixed asset. Then all amount spent up to the point an asset is put to use is treated as capital expenditure. That means whenever an asset, fixed asset is purchased, so till the time it is put to use, whatever expenditures have been incurred, be it the transportation charges, be it the installation charges, etc., that will also be considered as capital expenditure. For example, if a business purchases a machinery worth rupees 1 lakh, and for carrying that machinery from the place of seller to the place of business, it has spent, let's say, rupees 10,000 as the transportation charge, and 5,000 have been paid for installation. So the capital expenditure will not be only 1 lakh, rather it will be 1 lakh plus 10,000 plus 5,000 till it is put to use. Then the third example is expenditure incurred for establishing the business, for example, cost of patent, preliminary expenses, goodwill, etc. So whenever a business is set up, so in order to set up that particular business, whatever expenses have been incurred, that will be treated as capital expenditure, because again it is acquiring you a business which is a fixed asset. Then fourth example, expenditure incurred on the purchase of second hand asset and on putting such asset into working condition. If a business purchases any second hand or third hand or fourth hand machinery or asset, no matter it is whether it is second hand or third hand or whatsoever it is, but it is a new asset for the business, and therefore for utilizing, for purchasing that asset and till the time it is put to use, whatever amount have been incurred on it will be considered as capital expenditure. Then the fifth example, expenditure incurred on raising loan for the business. So if any amount is incurred, whether it is brokerage, commission, anything, for raising a loan, it will also be considered as capital expenditure. And then money spent to reduce working expenses, for example, conversion of hand driven machinery to power driven machinery. That means if any business spends or incurs any expenditure because of which the further working expenses of the business decreases, if it changes from traditional technique to modern technique or hand driven machinery to power driven means, so these are the examples of capital expenditure. Then revenue expenditure, any expenditure the benefit of which is received during the current year itself is termed as revenue expenditure. Such expenditure does not result in an increase in the earning capacity of the business, but only helps in maintaining the earning capacity. So revenue expenditure are those expenditures which are basically of recurring nature, means every now and then, very frequently, the business has to incur such expenses, and it is just the opposite of capital expenditure. It doesn't acquires you any asset or it doesn't increases your earning capacity, rather it just maintains your earning capacity. So that will be considered as revenue expenditure. For example, expenses incurred for the purpose of day-to-day running of business expenses such as office expenses, selling expenses, etc. Then expenses incurred on ordinary repairs, that means which is very normal, basic, which is but obvious. Repairs and maintenance of fixed asset, for example, whitewashing, etc. Then payment for goods purchased for resale. because it is not a fixed asset. Goods is a current asset and it is being purchased so that it can be sold. It is a part of day to day activity, recurring activity. Therefore, it is also considered as revenue expenditure. Then depreciation of fixed assets, purchase of raw materials for converting it into finished goods, interest on loan and interest on capital, replacement of worn out part of an existing machine because it will maintain the earning capacity, and loss from sale of fixed assets, etc. So these will be considered as revenue expenditure. Now this is the difference between capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. The first difference is on the basis of purpose of expenses. So capital expenditures are incurred for the acquisition or erection of a permanent asset, whereas revenue expenditure are incurred on purchase of goods meant for sale and the expenses incurred for day-to-day running of the business. So the purpose behind capital expenditure is to acquire certain fixed asset, whereas the purpose behind revenue expenditure is to maintain the earning capacity and to meet out day-to-day expenses. Then increase in earning capacity. Capital expenditure increases the earning capacity of the business, whereas revenue expenditure does not increase the earning capacity, rather it only maintains it. Then the third, recurring or non-recurring. So capital expenditure generally are of non-recurring nature. That means it is done or it is incurred whenever there is a need, otherwise no. But in case of revenue expenditure, these are of recurring nature, since they are incurred for the continuation and conduct of business, so they are incurred regularly or very frequently. Then effect on final accounts. So capital expenditures are shown in the balance sheet, whereas revenue expenditures are shown on in trading and profit and loss account. So these are the differences between capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. Then there is a type of revenue expenditure which is deferred revenue expenditure. The word deferred means future. So heavy expenditure of revenue nature, the benefit of which will be available over a number of years, is classified as deferred revenue expenditure. Means those expenditure which maintains the earning capacity, which are of maybe of recurring nature, but the benefit of such expenditures will be lasting for a longer number of years. Therefore, those revenue expenditures are considered as deferred revenue expenditure. For example, advertisement is a revenue expenditure because it is a frequent expense for maintaining the business and earning capacity. But if the advertisement is incurred on launch of a new product, obviously huge amount is spent on that new launch of a product, the advertisement, and definitely the benefit will last for longer number of years, maybe 5 years, 6 years or 10 years. So in that case, that advertisement on the launch of a new product will be considered as a deferred revenue expenditure because its benefit will be lasting for longer time. As you can see here, for example, while introducing a new product in the market, a firm spends huge amount on advertising. The benefit of this advertising campaign will last quite a few years. Hence, it will be proper to spread the expenses over the years for which benefit is likely to last and write off only a part of the total advertisement cost to each year's profit and loss account. The unwritten off portion will be carried forward and shown on the asset side of the balance sheet as deferred revenue expenditure. So whenever an amount is spent on the launch of a new product, no doubt the amount is huge and the benefit will also be for a longer number of years. So every year till the benefit can be availed, a pre-decided amount will be written off, will be deducted from such advertisement or deferred revenue expenditure. Every year the reasonable amount will be written off and it will be shown in the profit and loss account, and the remaining balance will be shown in the balance sheet as deferred revenue expenditure. For example, heavy advertisement expenses, heavy repairs, expenses incurred in removing the business to more convenient place because it will fetch you better profits, and research expenses. Then capital receipts and revenue receipts. So capital receipts are receipts that create liabilities or reduce financial assets. Any type of money received by a business because of which there is an increase in liability or reduction in financial asset, that will be treated as capital receipt. For example, if you have taken a business has taken a loan, then in that case no doubt the money will be received, but it is giving a rise to a liability because you are taking a loan. So therefore it will be treated as capital receipt. For example, amount received from the sale of fixed asset, because when you sell the asset, no doubt you receive the money, but then asset is sold off. So there is a sale or reduction in the financial asset. So therefore it will be a capital receipt. Then capital contributed by proprietors or partners. Since it is considered as a capital, as a liability, no doubt the money is received, but simultaneously a liability has increased. So therefore it will be treated as a capital receipt. And then thirdly, money obtained from issue of shares and debentures in case of company. It is also a kind of a borrowed capital, and therefore it will also be treated as a capital receipt. Then revenue receipt. Revenue receipts can be defined as those receipts which neither create any liability nor cause any reduction in the assets of the government or basically of the business even. For example, money obtained from sale of goods, commission and fees received from services rendered, interest and dividend received on investment, etc. Means those amount of money which you have received, which a business has received, but there is no change in the liability and no reduction in the asset, that will be considered as a revenue receipt. It may be a receipt from the sale of goods or commission and fees received, interest received, discount received, dividend received, etc. Now, difference between capital receipts and revenue receipts. So this you can differentiate on the basis of meaning and example, which we have already done, that capital receipts reduce the assets and create liabilities, whereas revenue receipts do not create any liability and do not reduce any assets. Example can be that amount received from the sale of fixed asset, investment or capital contributed by proprietors or partners, etc. And revenue receipt, the example can be money obtained from sale of goods, commission received, fees received, dividend received, etc. Then capital loss and revenue loss. The losses which are not related with the normal course of business are capital loss. That means the loss which the business incurs not in the day-to-day activity, but by selling at the time of sale of fixed asset or something, then it will be considered as a capital loss. For example, if an asset has become obsolete, old, and the value of asset is 50,000, but you manage to sell it only for 40,000, so that 10,000 is a loss. And which kind of loss it is? It will be a capital loss. So for example, loss of fixed assets like building, plants, etc. by fire, accident, etc. That means if fire takes place in your business, and if the assets are burnt, lost, then that will be treated as capital loss. Then loss on sale of a fixed asset, the example which I gave you. Then theft committed by an employee or by the outsiders after business hours. If any business employee or any outsider commits theft, steals something from your business but outside the business hours, then it will be treated as a capital loss. And if it is done within the business hours, then it will be treated as a revenue loss. And then the next example is loss on issue of shares and debentures. If the value of share is 10 but you are issuing it at 9, then that 1 rupee is the loss. Then revenue loss. The losses which are incurred in the normal course of businesses are revenue loss. Maybe your cost of producing the goods is 50 rupees, but you are able to sell it only for 45. So the 5 rupees is the revenue loss. For example, loss of stock by fire or theft, not asset. If it is a loss of asset by fire or theft, it will be a capital loss. But if it is a loss of stock by fire or theft or any mishappening, it will be a revenue loss. Then secondly, misappropriation or embezzlement of cash by employees during usual business hours. If any theft takes place or manipulation or misappropriation or embezzlement takes place within the business hours, it will be treated as a revenue loss. And then bad debts, the amount which could not be recovered from our debtors, that will also be a revenue loss. Now the difference between capital loss and revenue loss, it can be done on the basis of meaning and examples which we have done. That is, the capital loss are the losses which are not related to the normal course of business, And revenue losses are those losses which are related to the normal course of business. Then capital losses, the example can be loss of fixed assets by fire, theft, etc. Then loss on sale of fixed asset, loss on issue of shares and debentures, then loss by theft, etc., by the employee or outsiders outside the business hours. And then revenue losses, the example can be loss by fire or theft of stock, loss on sale of goods, then embezzlement or misappropriation or theft by an employee within the business hours, etc. So these are the differences between capital losses and revenue losses. Then capital profit and revenue profit, these are just the opposite of capital losses and revenue losses. Capital profit, profits earned on sale of fixed asset or in connection with share capital are known as capital profits. That means those profits which do not relate to day-to-day business activities and they are earned by sale of fixed assets or issuing shares more than the value. For example, if a machinery purchased for 3 lakh is sold for 4 lakh, so the amount of 4 lakh is capital receipt because it is received by the sale of asset, reduction in the financial asset. But the amount excess of 1 lakh received is a capital profit. That means the example can be profit on sale of fixed asset or issue of shares, debentures, etc. Then the revenue profit, these are the profits which are earned in the normal course of business are termed as revenue profits. For example, sale of goods, etc. So for example, stock costing 1 lakh is sold for 1,25,000. So the amount of 1,25,000 is revenue receipt, the entire amount which you have received, and 25,000 is revenue profit because you have received it with in the normal course of business activity. The difference between capital profit and revenue profit. First difference is on the basis of meaning. Capital profit is earned by the sale of fixed asset or in connection to share capital, and these do not relate to the day-to-day business activities, whereas revenue profit relate to the, or these are the profits earned in the day-to-day business activities in the normal course of business. An example can be capital profit can be, for example, profit on sale of fixed assets or profit on issue of shares and debentures, etc. And revenue profit, the example can be profit on sale of goods and services, etc. So these were the different parts of revenue and capital nature: expenditure, profits, losses, receipts, etc., and the differences between them along with the example. So I hope these are clear to you, children. This is the assignment based on this chapter which you have to do in your register. Question number 1, you have to give the meaning and 2 examples each of the following. So first is capital expenditure. These are the expenditures incurred to increase the earning capacity and to increase the fixed assets. For example, purchase of fixed asset, then purchase of second hand asset, etc. Revenue expenditures are those expenditures which are incurred in the normal day-to-day business activities to maintain the earning capacity. For example, purchase of raw materials for converting it into finished goods, then then the interest paid, etc. Then capital profit are the profit which are not incurred in day-to-day business activities. For example, profit on sale of fixed asset, profit on issue of shares, debentures, etc. Revenue profits are those profits which are incurred or received in the normal day-to-day business activities. For example, profit on sale of goods and profit on sale of services. Then deferred revenue expenditures are those expenditures of revenue nature, the benefit of which will last for a longer number of years. For example, the expenses incurred on shifting the business from one place to a better place. Then another example can be advertisement expenditure on launch of a new product. Then revenue loss is a loss incurred in the normal course of business. For example, loss on sale of stock. Then misappropriation or embezzlement of cash by an employee within the business hours. Then capital loss is the loss which is not incurred in the normal course of business. For example, loss on sale of fixed assets, then loss on issue of shares, debentures, etc. Then capital receipts, these are the receipts which are not received in the normal course of business. For example, sale of fixed assets, then loan taken by a business, etc. And revenue receipts are those receipts which are not taken in day-to-day business, which are received in day-to-day business activities, in the normal course of business activities, and it does not decrease any fixed asset or it does not increase any liability. For example, money received from sale of goods, interest received, commission received, etc. And for capital receipt, you can also add one very important point, that capital receipts increase the liabilities and they decrease the financial assets. So this is the question number 1. Then question number 2, you have to give two differences between capital receipt and revenue receipt. So capital receipts increase the value of liabilities and decrease the value of your asset, whereas revenue receipt do not increase the value of liability and they do not decrease the value of fixed asset. Then example of capital receipt can be your money received from sale of fixed assets, etc. And revenue receipt can be money received from sale of goods, etc. Then capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. Capital expenditure is of non-recurring nature, revenue expenditure is of recurring nature. Capital expenditure increases the earning capacity, revenue expenditure does not increase the earning capacity, rather it only maintains it. Then capital loss and revenue loss. Capital loss is not incurred in the day-to-day business normal course of business, whereas revenue loss is incurred in the normal course of business. Then example can be any loss by theft by an employee or any outsider outside the business hours will be an example of capital loss, whereas the revenue loss example can be misappropriation or embezzlement of cash by an employee within the business hours. And the last one is capital profit and revenue profit. So capital profit is the profit which is received by a business which is not related to the normal course of business. For example, as profit on sale of fixed asset, etc. So these are the 2 points which can be written. In case of revenue profit, the 2 points, one can be the meaning that revenue profits are the profits which are received in the normal course of business, and another point can be the example that, for example, profit on sale of stock or goods. So these are the questions which you are required to do in your register. Go through the video once again, children, revise the topics, complete your written work, and also do the learning part. Thank you, children. Take care.